cry right now because I have a lot going on.
No, I have a lot going on. People think, oh, she's a bratty ass bitch.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Alex, I'm sorry. I tried.
Listen, hey guys, welcome to Little Black Book 91. We're going to give you guys a quick recap of Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 1, Episode 5. Let me just be real with you. Let me be all the way real with you. This episode was a little bit of carnage. There was a little bit of madness here and there. We had Bria obviously blowing up with Preston. He called her a brat. She was being somewhat a little bit annoying a little bit as well. We had Shanice breaking down, telling us that she had no money. She took a loan out to go and pay for something which was worth about 5,000 or whatever because she ain't got a job. So that's tough for her. We got Bria and Preston again once more having a little bit of a heart to heart, and then I guess they kind of made up as well as in that end. Preston then had a conversation with Phil, and they discussed their issues. And it kind of, I mean, listen, look, they had a really good conversation. I can't lie to you. We had Natalie and why have I forgotten his name? I can't remember her name. I don't know why her name's gone out of my head. I can't think why. But they had a conversation. We'll go to it in a second, and I promise you I'll bring it to the table. But it's gone out of my head. Noel and Summer had their issue, and I want to do a deeper breakdown of Noel and Summer on another video for you guys as well. They had a bit of a blow up. Summer blew up because they were coming at her, but mainly because Brie. And I knew it straight would happen because the way that Bria came at Summer, I was like, what is she doing? You're trying to be a mediator. Mediate. Don't now add more fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? You came to mediate, so please mediate. And so that happened. And then obviously Jasmine announced her baby. Jordan was being a little bit shady with a comment in the confessionals. Bria again letting her dog tear up the room and then going into the club with her dog. I think she just didn't want to go in, if I'm honest with you. I think she's tired of the people then. But we're going to break it down for you really, really quickly in the next 10 minutes or so, some of the things that actually happened. So let's start off with the actual beef that happened between the crew, because
How you felt, but if Phil was to do what Mariah did to me, to you, it would be a different story. And I feel like it's taken lightly by the house. No, sadly, I think it would.
Okay, so the reality of the situation that I see here is that, when it comes to the Preston, the Bria situation, the biggest beef that I'm really seeing is the fact that, unfortunately, Bria and Preston are not seen eye to eye. And I think, my question I was asking was, what is Bria's issue and why does she always hype the situation? When I say hype, in terms of the way she comes across when she's delivering her information is very eccentric and a little bit energetic. And I asked myself this key question: why did she present her energy that way? What is up with her energy being that particular way? Why does she want to present her energy in that format? Is it because, that's the way that she's learned how to get people's attention? Is that the way that she felt ignored as a youngster? What is it? What is driving that energy? Because it does become a little bit annoying, right? When you're always going, yeah, 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 and then louding up the voice and then look at me. And it looks like, but actually really, there's really a deeper issue there because like you're always trying to draw attention to you. Now, someone might say she's an attention seeker, but why is a person seeking that attention though? You know what I'm saying to you? My question now to ask is why? What's going on with Bria that she's not sharing us the real information about what's going on in their situation is what I want to ask, that key question. And so I want to hear that. Now, obviously, Jasmine rescinded the Mariah situation later on and said, oh, she won't bring Mariah anymore because Bria turned up for Silas's leaving do. And I'm like, wait, so if she supported you in a leaving do, why the heck are we even having this conversation in the first place? If you know that Bria has been a person who supported you and loved you, why are we waiting until now to get that issue through? Clearly, Bria, you thought Bria enough to be, or you appreciated Bria enough that she supported you and came to support you in that moment that you needed. Why couldn't Maria just stay outside and she just come and see the group later? Why do we have to buy the plane ticket and invite her to the house before? Do you get what I'm saying to you? Why do we drag our heels in the whole entire situation in the first place? Okay. Now Bree's got a little bit of a listening problem. I can't lie to you. Bria's got a little bit of a listening problem that she needs to look at. Here's a little reason why I'm gonna tell you that. Okay. Because this situation was bamboozling everybody.
Just blacked out me going upstairs?
I did, because I thought you said something I didn't like.
I said Milo's been crying.
I
And
thought
you
you
blacked
said,
on me.
you're a hoe, stop crying.
What?
Now, clearly there's a little bit of drink that's running through her system, because how the hell do you hear ho? He never said that. He actually replayed the clip and he never said ho. So what was she hearing? Why not come back downstairs, Bree, and ask him, what did you actually say? Because I thought I heard you say ho. Did you say ho? But you ran upstairs with it, right? And this is where we need Bree to kind of get a little bit of accountability here. Sis, when things are not going the way you want it to go, or when things are being said, you might want to double check first. Don't run the mill and make it a madness when we don't know that's the actual issue. Because now you're going to have to apologize. Now you have to be like, he's like confused as to what the hell happened. And you've gone off on a little tantrum. And in reality, all that needed to happen was you just needed to be able to just have a conversation. Now, just before that, we got told that Shanice had no money because she took a loan out to pay for something. And I was like, wait, hold on a minute. Shanice, what's going on? You're actually having real money problems. You're now taking out loans. So you have real money issues. I can see why the clothes situation was very painful now, because you really are on the last legs. You're out here borrowing money. Now, hopefully, that's not because you got poor money management. Well, that's completely different. But hopefully that's simply because you, unfortunately, in that situation, for you have to take a loan out because some things have happened your way and it's been unfortunate. But if it's because you got more poor money management, we got a bigger problem. Okay, we got a bigger problem. Moving on then, obviously, to Preston and Phil. I didn't watch season 1, so I don't really know what happened. But the conversation was very mature. I appreciated Preston for giving him a second chance to actually explain himself. And I appreciated Preston for taking the opportunity to actually take accountability and say, hey, look, I don't remember saying it, but you know what? I took accountability. It's my issue. I did this. And actually, I'm in therapy for it right now, and I apologize. Simple done. Nothing crazy. It doesn't have to be long. And I appreciate the fact that he kept it, he said this is an explanation, not an excuse. Beautiful. You know what I mean? Simple accountability taken. That's where it has to be. Right? Said he's in therapy and apologized. How hard can it be? I don't think he didn't drag it along. He didn't make it a long thing. And I appreciated that for him. Let me go to next clip I wanted to go to. And I can't wait to I'm going to do a little breakdown too, so don't worry. Let's go here. Oh.
101. She's not going to tell me how she feels, but it's up to me to pick up the...
All right, cool. Before I get copyright, listen, this situation here, crazy. Natalie and, I've forgotten his name again. That's why I can't remember his name. This conversation is really interesting, right? He said he was just trying to talk to her, and she was like, oh, okay, you can go then. And I said, no, when people start doing that, Natalie, you're catastrophizing before it's happened. Why are we self-sabotaging? This is where the manipulation starts to happen. Because he said, look, I'm just trying to talk to you. All right, then you can go. Now, unless that thing is edited, it didn't feel like it's edited. Why are we saying you can go? Right? So unless it's edited, which can be, why are we saying he can go? He's saying he wants to talk to you, and you're saying, well, you can go. Are you mishearing? Are you trying to get some sympathy? Are you trying to get some empathy? Are you trying to draw him into an argument because you're feeling a little bit distant from him and wanting to feel close? You know, people like to do push and pull. Yeah? And he said he's up to him to pick up the cues. And I said, okay, well, this is giving passive communication, right? If someone is having to say, I need you to pick up the cues, you have to move from that passive to that direct communication. It's not that passive is always bad. There is times for passive communication. Sometimes we don't need to be direct. But there's a lot of times when we're dealing with our partners where we need to be direct in our communication. Stop expecting them to read your mind. Nobody's a mind reader. Right? Nobody is a mind reader. So stop expecting them to read your mind. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Okay? All right? Start actually being vocal about what you actually want. I was just looking at like, why are you not telling the truth? Why not, sis? Why are you dragging this boy into a madness? Ain't no way. Okay? Let's play it.
I've not seen this side of Summer. I know that everybody handles conflict differently, but when someone's hurting inside, they're quick to...
Now, Noel showed a lot of restraint and a lot of, a lot of maturity here. Now, of course, she was sliding down the wall when it came to Alex, but shout out to her for being mature, because when it came down to the situation between herself and Summer, she handled it very well. She went after Summer, said, "Hey, can we talk?" After Summer decided to try to walk out on them, basically. Now, I know that Bria was pissing her off because Bria was probably doing too much, and she was asking questions in a way that was kind of almost agitating. So I can't lie to her. I got her frustration. Now, what I loved about Noel, though, is, she assessed the situation correctly and wasn't overly offended to allow it to agitate her spirit that she ended up in a fight with Summer. No, she came from a loving place, even though Summer did her dirty, and Summer did do her dirty. Like, let's be honest, Summer did her dirty, knowing that she left that information intentionally, right? You kind of set Noel up, knowing that you didn't want to tell her that you had done a thing with Alex. Come on, sis. Come on now, right? So I appreciate that. Now, of course, obviously, we found out that Jasmine was pregnant. Amir didn't realize. And then Jordan made this really funky comment about, I think it's their first pregnancy. Well, I think it's their first pregnancy. I mean, I hope it is their first. And it's like, Jordan, why are we doing? There's no need. What would give you the indication that that's not Silas's first child? What would give you that, apart from being a hater? And that's what I'm talking about, Jordan. That first argument we saw in the very first episode, that is given that you're kind of not liking your friend because they're married. Now, I don't get it twisted. I'm sure you probably don't like him, but you got to be very careful how you talk on your friend's marriage, because when you do it publicly and they find out, they're going to distance you. Then you can't actually influence them ever again, because they're going to be like, you're the hater and you are the outsider who's trying to ruin their relationship. Don't do it to yourself. Okay? All right? But we're going to leave it there. Quick review, like I said, I'll do a separate one breakdown of Summer and Noel for you guys as well. But like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you guys.